The message that I bring to Israel is this: you may be strong enough on your own to defend yourself, but as long as America exists, you will never ever have to. We will always be there by your side.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken here on the ground in Tel Aviv met with the American families. We have more on that. I'm Chris Cuomo, live here as part of NewsNation's continuing coverage in Israel. We're in Tel Aviv right now. We move around during the day, but we're here. Now, I understand how much confusion and outrage there is in America over what's happening here. We will try to help understand the questions with what we understand as answers here. We'll be taking a lot of calls tonight. The number will be up on the screen. I promise you that we'll get to them. We understand the confusion, and that's part of the job. We'll do it. What I can tell you is I made some notes for you tonight. Pain is this story. There is pain everywhere. It is in everyone's eyes. It's in their hearts. There is a blackness that is enveloping this country. There are fears that haven't been seen in a generation about being exterminated. If you're asking, well, what is the motivation on Israel's side? That's what it is. The stories that we hear everywhere we go about people whose families are Holocaust survivors and survivors who say how they felt with what they were being dealt with and how bodies were being mutilated and the way that these terrorists are acting, that's where they are. That's the collective psyche in Israel. There is pain in Gaza. There are people who are suffering there, who are dying there, who are innocents. And that is a fact. Now, the Secretary of State's words are well intended, but in point of fact, America will not fight for Israel's existence. Israel will fight for its own existence. There is no plan for American boots on the ground, and I'm not advocating, it's not my place to do so. But Israel is solely responsible for its own existence, and this is an existential threat to them. And that's why they're calling people home. And that is really important for you to understand. The question is how to stop the pain. Hamas and Islamic Jihad and whatever other groups are bragging about their Israeli and American trophies, they are the ones who hold the answer to how bad this gets. Why? They knew that killing and stealing and mutilating innocents would bring pain and suffering. So basically, they made a decision to make all Palestinian innocents potential martyrs. The Palestinian people have been betrayed by their own as much as they are being threatened by Israel. The question to ask is, what will it take for Palestinians to stand up against the terrorists in their midst and take back their own fate? It is true that power and water and essentials have been cut off. It is also true that Hamas and others have capabilities, generators, and ways to create infrastructure. They are not. Why? Because the suffering is fuel for their extremism. That is also something that must be taken into consideration. On the Israeli side, the dilemma continues. How do you balance these equal objectives? Rescuing the stolen, an unprecedented number. You're seeing the faces. I don't know why the pictures of mutilated babies, of pregnant women, of elderly, of soldiers are spared your observation. I don't know why. I don't know why we would ever want to hide a reality from you. I don't know why. I understand that it's a decision that we make. I don't think that it is helpful here. I really don't. America dealt with the same animal as Hamas in the form of Al-Qaeda and ISIS. I lived it in America and abroad. We did not cut babies' heads off, but we did root out the extremists who caused us pain, who threatened us, and we killed them. And as a result, American troops and allied troops killed many innocents who surrounded them, because that is a fact and a misery of war. Innocents pay a price, which is why you have to point the finger at the people who precipitate the pain. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.